Hey everyone. So today we're gonna just be focusing on the an update on how my account has been progressing, and we're gonna sort of zoom out a little bit from the platform itself and just talk about the high level goals that we're trying to achieve with a passive income stream. So let's get into it. So in terms of the portfolio for my Trading 212 account, there really hasn't been much movement. The type of dividend stocks that I've been focused on have all been performing pretty well. So all I've really done so far is deposit money into my account, but I haven't brought any shares with that money. And my goal is definitely to again put more money in and wait until sort of mid-October to see how the markets move. Now, based on the last 2 years, and as I mentioned in my last video, the stock market generally does dip for technology-based stocks. So in terms of standard dividend-based companies, let's say in the banking sector, those ones don't normally dip. It's specifically towards technology, dividend and non-dividend paying tech stocks. So that is sort of my focus, and I just plan on sort of building the wealth until sort of mid-October. I could be wrong. Perhaps this year there is no sort of dip, and but I will sort of buy afterwards if not. So not a problem. And so we can see in terms of my alerts, one stock that I've been interested in, mainly because it's a quite a high dividend paying yield. I believe sort of in the 4 to 5%. Not too high that I would sort of question how the underlying company is performing. I generally like to buy a dividend paying stock that is sort of 6% or higher. And that's just because generally some of the really high paying stocks don't have a very good long-term trajectory. And so I generally like sort of the 5% as my upper limit for the sort of dividend payment. And yeah, sometimes when a stock pays a really high amount, then the actual underlying asset can decrease in value. And we want to try and avoid that as much as possible, if not at all times. Not always possible, but that's sort of the long-term goal. So talking about the AT&T stock, you can see I've set an alert around this $34.55 mark. I don't actually know at the moment if it's ever going to sort of bounce down. At the moment, it's sort of on an uptrend. We've got sort of resistance. See this key indicator here on the sort of $38 mark. And should it break that, then we're on to new highs. And so we shall see. I may update my alert. Perhaps a more realistic alert is around the 36.54. So I am going to set an alert for that. So the price was around 36.58, and that alert is set. So that's more of a realistic price. We may see it bounce down there, and this 34 mark, it's definitely possible it sort of reach, yeah, even lower a few months back. So we shall see. I probably won't buy during this price point here at the $36 mark. Hoping for it to sort of drop down and hopefully buy a few AT&T shares. So that's all there is really been. No significant update on my portfolio. And so let's kind of zoom out and just think about our high level goals. And it all stems from this idea of building wealth and, one sort of stream of income that I'm trying to do this with is with the Trading 212 platform, as you can see, focusing on dividend paying stocks. And I guess I should talk about how I am funding my Trading 212 account. So I work sort of a 9 to 5 job full time, and money effectively comes from working sort of full time and distributing that money into trading 212. So that's one sort of form of income, is my day-to-day job. And the goal with the trading 212 platform, or it could be any platform, is to sort of build a second form of income wealth, one that is passive, that I don't have to manage on a day-to-day basis. You really don't want to, I mean, you can work hard during your day-to-day job, that's perfectly fine, but you want to have separate ways to grow income passively. And so the goals are, I'm very far away from them, and we're playing with, pocket money at the moment in terms of putting in £100 every month. Is it going to make anyone rich? But eventually we're going to sort of hit levels where we will have to start paying more tax than usual. And I'm perfectly fine with that kind of scenario. I've already decided to use the Invest platform for the Trading 212. You could, as I sort of mentioned in the past, use the ISA account, and that does allow you to, well, it prevents you from paying capital gains tax and other forms of tax depending on the types of shares that you hold. So, for instance, if you hold retail based shares, then you're going to be taxed no matter what based on your income levels. So for me, I'm really not too worried about some of the taxation that I'm going to incur as I start to reach those levels. I'm very far away from that. In the UK, for instance, once you hit around, I think it's £4,000 mark, that is when capital gains sort of starts to kick in. So we're not going to reach, or at least on my end, not going to reach that within the Trading 212 platform. So very far off there. But let's just say you're an individual that has a house and you are collecting rent money. That in itself would be another form of income. And of course, you'd be paying sort of capital gains relatively easily if you're in that kind of situation. So my sort of main, standard day-to-day job, and start to grow different forms of income streams. For some of you out there, maybe you just have a YouTube channel, you're running ads off of that and you're building wealth that way. That's great, and definitely want to try and have sort of 3 or more income streams. That would be quite a nice way. And so, for instance, let's say in the future you lose your day-to-day job, you'll be in a greater position that you can potentially, not that it's ideal, but you could draw out money from, say, your investment platform. Again, don't want to do that anytime soon. Really want to sort of reinvest any of the profits from the dividends back into the portfolio and to grow sort of exponentially more and more. Yeah, that's sort of the main focus there. For anyone who is interested in the Trading 212 platform, I'm going to add a bunch of links in the description, and you can get up to £100 in terms of a free stock. So as I mentioned in sort of an old video, let's just go on here. So the HP, that stock was a free one that was given to me once I sort of started the account. So hopefully that gives you an idea on how to create multiple income streams. It's very possible to do. You can set it up with the Train 212 account, or if you want to use a different broker, feel free to do so, and just kind of think about how to build additional income streams. That's the journey that I'm on at the moment, and sort of will keep you guys updated on the future growth. So hopefully in the next video we'll see some more interesting movements in the stock market. I am never afraid of seeing any form of stock that sort of drops in value in the short term, and that's when I like to buy the actual stock. So it's definitely been a waiting game for the last, well, slightly under 2 weeks, but hopefully in the near future we'll be able to grow this portfolio more and sort of build the stocks that we have at the moment. So I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for all the new subscribers as always, and I'll see you next time.